Hi everyone, Vickieverlie here, the Rock and Roll Prophetess. We're going to take a look at the new moon in Pisces on February 23rd, 10:32 a.m. Eastern, but times are going to vary. My name is Vickieverlie. I am a psychic astrologer with over 30 years experience. I also do psychic tarot and design my own decks. If you want to find out more information about any of that, you can check my website. So this is another thing. This is a psychic astrology reading. So if you are a very by-the-book astrologer and want to tell me that this is right and this is wrong, then this is not the reading for you. This is an intuitive, I'm tuning in using the chart. If you are somebody who doesn't understand astrology at all and looking at this thinking, oh my gosh, this is just too much astrology, I'm never going to understand it, hang in there because it gets more and more psychic as we go along. Okay. So it's this new moon in Pisces, and when I opened the chart right away, I started hearing the Magical Mystery Tour. Welcome to the Magical Mystery Tour. Step right this way, or step up to the whatever that guy at the beginning, the carnival caller guy. Step right this way. The Magical Mystery Tour is waiting to take you away. Is the next line in the actual song, but totally I can see that, being a thing with the Pisces energy, because Pisces and Neptune, which is the ruler of Pisces, it is very magical, and we've still got the huge stellium in Capricorn over here. That is not gone, but the Pisces energy is definitely prevailing. We've got the Sun and Moon at 4 degrees, and then we got Mercury in there at 9 degrees. So we've got a conjunction here, and then we do, of course, still have Neptune in Pisces in its own home sign there. So Pisces Magical Mystery Tour, yeah, it is magical. It is dreamy. It's magical. It's creative, it's spiritual, it can bring insights, it rules the 12th house, it can bring hidden insights, it can bring things from your past could come back to, and Mercury is retrograding in Pisces too, so that's definitely a double strong thing of things from the past coming back. Things in your subconscious mind coming, reviewing things in your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind trying to come through for you, shine for you. The sun, it's trying to shine. The moon is also intuitive. So there's a very strong energy of intuitive stuff, of magical stuff. Magical Mystery Tour is pretty much perfect. Now it's at 4 degrees and it's sextiling the Mars in the south node here, and then it's trining the north node. So anytime the nodes are involved, there is a tie-in to karmic paths, to finding our true road in life, to finding our true north, to aligning with our karmic alignments, destinies, and so on. The node is getting activated in several ways in this chart, if you notice. It's got the Mars is conjunct the south node, which is south node is also the past, and the Mars is there too. This makes us want to possibly fight for ourselves. This could be, there's some time traveling vibration around this. I mean, Aquarius would be more the time traveling. Well, it's sextiling Uranus too, like in a way that we think of it, like the time machine or that kind of time traveling. But it's like, it's a different kind of time traveling. It's an energetic time traveling. It's browsing, what's that movie, Peggy Sue, and she says she's just browsing through time. Yeah, it's like that. Oh, I just got chills all over when I said that. Yeah, so it's a time when we can be browsing through time. And we may, this is us, this energy of the champion. The Mars energy is standing up for ourselves, becoming the champion. We may, we could get angered. We can get angered. We can feel rage, anger. Maybe about how we let somebody, how we were taken advantage of, or how we weren't strong enough, or why we didn't fight for something in the past. And there could be a time when we can rectify or ratify that in some way. We can kind of go back and get a redo in some way. I mean, changing history, I mean, anything's possible with Pisces and Neptune. I mean, the timelines, people, that could happen, I suppose. If it can be thought of, it can be, that's somebody said that if there's a, it might have been Einstein, if it's an idea that can be imagined, then it can be so, you know. So there's, but I'm talking more of a emotional, energetic vibrations, you know, that we can stand up for ourselves. We can see it. We can see things in a different light. It's about overcoming victimhood. That's what they're telling me. Yeah. That would definitely be a thing, because Pisces and Neptune energy can be the martyr, can be the victim. That's the downside of it. The other downside of it is escaping reality. It's alcohol and drug use. It's mental illness. So it could also be like escaping reality. It could be something that maybe we didn't want to take a look at. Something that we feel shame or embarrassment about. But shame and embarrassment and rage, you know, they're all kind of tied in. And all of that, anything in a chart or anything in our Earth plane, there's always another side to that coin. Every planetary placement here has one, you know, there's a positive and a negative. Like the Neptune Pisces energy, for instance, like I just said. The fish swimming downward is escaping reality, possibly through drugs, alcohol, deceptions, lies, mental illness. But upward, it's transcending reality. You know, so we can transcend reality by being our own victor, by being our own champion, by championing. That's very true. That's the very much the energy here too with the Lilith Chiron conjunction, I feel, is this being our own champion thing. And the 12th house is things that are that's been going on for a long time. We need to finish this up. We're finishing cycles here. And then when the Aries energy comes in through the ingress, that's a whole new chapter, a whole new cycle begins. So this is tying up the loose ends, finishing up the loose ends, becoming our own champions. As we move into this Aries energy and Lilith and Chiron are these old wounds, and then Lilith is here. She's like, I'm not taking shit from anybody, basically. That's what I get out of Lilith. Everybody's like, oh, Black Moon Lilith, she's an evil woman, and da da da. She was an empowered woman. She stayed in her power. She didn't let anybody knock her out of her power. You know, they tortured her, they killed her children, they did all this stuff, and she stood her ground. I mean, sometimes not compromising and standing your ground isn't a best thing. That can be taken, you know, overboard. That can turn into obstinance, and Mars is Aries ruler, so there's a tie in there with this Mars energy too, and there's a square going on here. So I'm hearing about the word they're giving me is integrity. They're saying we need to stay in our integrity. And by staying in our integrity, we don't give our power away, but we also don't try to take power from others. We also don't have to, in order to stay in our own power, does not mean we have to dominate over somebody else's power, or have power over somebody, or take somebody else's power away from them. Competition, everything's a competition. You know, that's old paradigm. That is only spinning your wheels. You should embrace people that have what you have, because most of the time when you're trying to take somebody's power away, it's because of jealousy, greed, you know, envy. You covet what they have, or who they are, or who you perceive them to be, because you don't really know who they are. And by doing that, you're not serving yourself. This is clearing out the cobwebs. This Pisces energy is going in that 12th house, and this is clearing out some major cobwebs. This is getting rid of some old stuff, clearing out that attic, getting rid of that old stuff, reclaiming our power. It is tied to the past heavily, but it's just on the cusp as we're going to, you know, enter into this new shift as we go into the Aries ingress. I am, a real quick note, I am offering those Aries ingress readings. The ingress readings are the only transit astrology readings that I do offer. Oh, excuse me. I'm getting over this cold. Sorry. So if you are into astrology and you would like a transit reading of your chart, the ingress is the way to go. But anyways, let me clear my head here and get back to what we're talking about. So this is the end of the old cycle and initiation of the new cycle. And in the northern hemisphere, it's the end of winter before we go into spring, and we plant our new seeds for the upcoming year. And I just keep seeing a broom. I know if you're watching this when the day I'm recording it, you probably saw all over social media, everybody's got their broom standing on end. I don't know if it's a hoax or not about, as I said, about the gravitational thing or what, but it's kind of cool. But they're not showing me the broom because of that. They're showing me a broom about, we got to sweep up, we got to sweep out, we got to clean up. We got to clear, because Mercury is involved. Mercury's right in there with these things here. You know, it's the Sun, Moon, and Mercury. It's right here. It's all involved. And so Mercury is telling us we got to clear out our mind. We got to clear out our thoughts. You know, our thoughts are driving us mad. It's another Beatles song. It's driving me mad. It's driving me mad. What song is that? I don't know. If anybody knows, I'm not going to try to look. Oh, I want you. I want you so bad, right? I want you. I want you so bad. It's driving me mad. It's driving me mad. Well, that could be. I mean, this is right on the tails of Valentine's Day. It might be something like that. But tying it into what I was just tuning into a minute ago about envy, greed, I want you so bad, couldn't be a negative, you know, could be like that, where you're obsessed with, I want I want what they have, you know. I want to be like them. It's driving me mad. It's driving me bad. You always got to bring it home to yourself here. You know, you have everybody has this unique gift to bring to the world, and that's what shows up in our nodes, you know, among other things. But our nodes is going to be our life path. What's our big purpose for being here? You know, everybody has a different life purpose. Many of us are working, like people with Cancer node, for instance. We all might be working on a similar vibration or a similar life lesson, maybe, you know. But it's similar, and that's as far as it goes. It's not identical. Nobody's life plan is identical. Nobody's road to success. Nobody's road to, now I'm hearing the other Bob Marley, the road to freedom, which would be it. Because if you're coveting and going after somebody else's lifestyle, or you want what they have, then you're not free. You're not free at all. You're in bondage to this thing that you'll never be, because it's not you. I really got that song in my head strong. The Road to Freedom, Bob Marley, the best I ever had. So the road to freedom is through going in, getting rid of all this stuff that is holding you back from your unique life purpose. That's what we need to be striving for. Yes, we can take clues from other people, yes. And I just did that video on prosperity, and what I was talking about, oh, by the way, all these people are commenting, oh, it was nice to see your face. There's plenty of videos with my face in them. If you want to check my channel, I have several playlists that are the broadcasts from the universe, and then there's 2 or 3 playlists that I'm on camera, but I usually I'm not on camera. But anyways, in that video, I was talking about saying, I like that. So you can look at somebody who has what you want and say, I like that. And just, you know, I've used that. I forgot to mention that in the video, but I've been doing that, and stuff's been showing up for me, you know. And this is something that I used to do all the time, and I kind of got away from me, and I kind of forgot about it. You know, just not, oh, I gotta have that, I want that so bad, and you're putting all this, you know, this bad vibes on it. Just noticing things you like. I like that. And then they just show up. Not putting a lot of energy towards it, just very lightly. This just happened to me all the time. The people, when I worked at the psychic fairs, they're like, God, what is up with you? Like, I remember one time in particular, somebody had some Herkimer diamonds. I go, oh, those are so pretty, I like them. Not even thinking anything about it. Not long after that, some guy comes to the fair. He goes, I just felt like these were for you, and he gave me a whole pouch full of Herkimer diamonds. You know? And it wasn't any creepy, oh, hitting on me weird thing. He was just this old metaphysical guy. I think he felt like he might have even been terminally ill. But I felt like he was wanting to give his possessions away to somebody that would, like, take care of him. I think that was his motivation. But I wasn't like, oh, Herkimer diamonds, I gotta have them, you know, give me the Herkimer diamonds. I just was like, oh, those are pretty. And then it was not maybe a week or two later, this guy, I said they were pretty, and he didn't hear me say that. He wasn't even at the fair that day. And my one friend, Judith, who's passed away now, she's going, God, you do that all the time. People just give you stuff. She's getting all pissed off. I think I even gave her a couple. I'm like, well, here, you can have a couple of them. You know, I didn't ask them for them. They just showed up. And that's when you don't hold on so tightly, or, you know, focus on it, or have this aggressive attitude about it. We gotta win, win, win. We are number one. You know, this whole, and what's in politics, but more so it's in sports. Which, okay, sports stuff has its place, you know, I get that. But I see that the sports attitude is spilling over into so many other areas of our lives. That everything's a competition. We got to win at all costs, you know. And, you know, it's even in the movies. All the movies are violence and killing. And we got to defeat the enemy. And we're going to, you know, the aliens are going to come and we're going to blow them up and kill them. And, you know, it's like, it's so violent and you know, and that's what makes us great, because we're so violent and aggressive. And, you know, I don't know if that's what makes us great. I don't feel like that's what makes us great. And the Pisces energy, that's not what Pisces energy is about at all. You know, the Pisces energy is deep, deep spiritual stuff. It's deep, oh, there goes my screen. Come on back there. Come back, little Sheba. There you are. Yeah, it's deep, deep spiritual stuff. It's deep. It's an advanced soul. Anybody who has a lot of Pisces in their chart is an old soul. They're an advanced soul. You know, they're finishing up. My uncle, who just passed away, while going through all his stuff, looking for papers, and I found his birth certificate, so I ran his chart, and he's a late degree Pisces ascendant, and I wasn't surprised to see that, you know, because he was a very advanced soul. You know, he was really a deep person. Sagittarius sun, which, you know, the Sagittarius can be real philosophical and stuff too, but I should have known that he had some kind of Pisces. He had a lot of Scorpio in his chart anyway, so I always just thought, oh, it's the Scorpio, that's why he's so deep. No, he had like a 27 or 28 degree Pisces rising, so yeah, Pisces is deep stuff, man. It's not, it's nothing to be trifled with, is what I'm hearing. It's got all the knowledge. You start, Aries is the baby, the seed, and then you go all through the zodiac, and then you come, this is the old soul. This is like the iconic, you know, at New Year's you've got the old man and then the baby, you know. So it's got, Pisces has accumulated a lot of knowledge through its journey through the stars, you know, through the signs. It's a lot of knowledge. It's old knowledge. And not old in a stubborn way like Capricorn, like old paradigm. Not old like we're the boss and we have all the money, you know, that kind of old, like Saturn. But old like beyond that, you know. If you ever been around really, really old people and then they're so peaceful, and even like maybe their eyes are cataract, but they just have this, their eyes are just, you know, you can just look in their eyes and you can just see all the wisdom and all the, everything that they've seen in the, you know, it's pretty magical. Yeah. I just heard les yeux, which is French for eyes, and I don't know why that word would pop into my head right now, but it did. Anyways, yeah, so it's a really magical time. It's not a time, there's this Mars energy trying to make a square and, you know, come in here, and this big stellium still going on. But it's more, if we embrace this Pisces energy, we can kind of get through it real smooth. This is like the last quiet time that we're going to have in this vibration until everything starts moving into Aries, and then it's like go, 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 do, 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 initiate, start, you know, new ideas, plant the seeds, let's get moving. You know, the exuberance of youth takes over from the wisdom of the elders. Yeah, I like that. All right. Well, as always, I'm sure there's more. I mean, it's sextiling Uranus, and there's other things, but I feel like that is the message that wants to come through for today. If you do order that ingress reading, we're going to look at all the transits, and we'll address this Capricorn stellium, and I forget, there's a bunch of other stuff going on too. The sun will be, the ingress itself is going to be conjunct Chiron, so we'll look at the Chiron transit to your chart. So if you do want a transit reading, this would be your chance to get that. It'll be available for a limited time. Thank you all so much for supporting me and my channel and purchasing my wares. I have all sorts of things available. If you're into astrology, I also do like personalized astrology art. I have glyphs and more in-depth art that's tailor-made to your astrology chart. It's pretty cool. A lot of people like that. I have t-shirts, just all sorts of stuff. So by checking out my site and supporting me through all the ways that you do, that's what keeps this channel going and everything free, as it has been for years. Remember that you are love and beauty incarnate. Have a great new moon in Pisces, and I'll speak to you soon.